Okay, fellas. Well, look, I mean, a bang average start, to be honest. Yeah, not great, but considering some of the rubbish that we've had on the mound, it's not too bad, I'd say. Now, pitches. Come on, guys. I mean, your poor family's having to watch you perform like that. They're got to live in your hometown and face up to people. I mean, they must be horrified, poor things. But on a positive note, welcome back, Vlad.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Season 7, Episode 3. Today we are hosting the Seattle Mariners and we are sort of the definition of an average side right now. We are at 500, 24 and 24. We've won 12 of 22 since I saw you last, so we're a little bit above 500. But the pitching has been absolutely horrid. We'll go and have a look at the individual stats in a moment, but honestly, some of the ERA, some of the performances have just been woeful. The good news though, Vlad is back. 34 RBI, suddenly he's absolutely walking it in terms of leading the team in RBIs and home runs. So that is a positive. Petey Crow's come back to a bit of form again. We'll look at individual stats in just a second, but you'll see here the injuries. Seth Lonsway has come back from injury and been injured again, so that's becoming concerning. Maybe not a starter is what I'm thinking, having been injured twice this season already in at the end of May. So yeah, we might stick him back in the bullpen, and perhaps DJ will come into the starting rotation. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Alcantara's got a bit of a knock. He was out for a week. I stuck him on the injured list just to get rid of him, to be honest. He was doing okay, but he was annoying me at the same time. So that is where he has spent the last couple of weeks. All right, let's go and have a look at the results. Now, of course, we left off with this extra inning, a very narrow, tense win against the Dodgers. We then went and swept the Mets in New York, which was good. We went to Toronto. We won game one. Then we lost the next two. But again, you can see really always close games. Boston came to town. We won the first two, then lost a close one. Arizona. We won the series, all three of them, but 20-3. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. An 8-run fifth, a 10-run eighth. And it was just a day where everybody, if you had a bat in your hand, you did something useful. But surprisingly, perhaps, no home runs. I'm not sure if anybody's ever scored 20 runs without a home run being hit before, but we've managed to do that. Everybody got a hit. Everybody got an RBI. Just a wonderful, wonderful stuff. And then the pitching wasn't too bad either. Doble. I forget what I've settled on there. Didn't do too badly, but the bullpen finished off the job nicely. So good all-round performance for us, that one. Then we went to New York and we got swept the other way, including a 20-4 loss. Not sure what happened here. Yeah, the 12-run third wasn't great, was it? If we have a look at everybody's hitting stats there, not much to see for us. Aaron Judge had a good day for them, unfortunately. And, Jimenez down there had his 5 RBIs. The pitching for us, what went wrong? A little bit of everything. Double, not great in this one. Joswiak, I mean, there's half his runs were unearned. Espino came out of the bullpen, stunk every place out. So yeah, not 100% sure what went wrong there, but at least everybody had a bad day at the same time. You'd rather that. Then we went to Kansas City and we split the series. Colorado came to town. We won 2 of 3 against them. But this series against Seattle, they've won the first 2 games, so that is not ideal for a home series. So if we do look at the standings, we can see there that we are 4 games back of the Reds, and that is obviously good. We're just outside the wild card as well. Seattle, who have won the first 2 games of the series, have only won 19 games all year. They're not a good side, so it's very concerning that we find ourselves where we do against them, but it can happen. Now, let's have a look at the league leaders. I actually haven't looked at this yet. I don't think there's going to be anybody there for us. No, we just are a little bit average. No one's the bats are coming good slowly, but in terms of the pitching, no one's really standing out, and I'll confirm that with you momentarily here when we look at the pitching stats. So this is it. This is our current roster. The one change is Balazovic has come in for Alcantara, who's obviously on the injured list just now. Not really doing anything to warrant being a starter longer term, but not the worst option we've had either. Dobble's been either brilliant or a little bit crap. Perkins has been Perkins. Murrells, who I think he gets the start today, has been okay, as has Scott. It's not the starters necessarily that have been the problem. It's been the bullpen and the guys that are bad. Espino, Moore and Murillo, the other starter, they've been really bad, like really bad. Some of the other guys there have got their ERAs back to sort of what I would say respectable. Anything with a 3 in front of it is respectable, isn't it? And then you start getting up 4 and above, I start to get annoyed with you. And if you're a 2 or below, then I start to fall in love with you. That's pretty much how my brain works when it comes to ERAs. The ERA pluses, which is a stat that I kind of get but don't understand, yeah, that tells a bit of a story as well, doesn't it? There's some very good guys and a lot of average and a lot of bad guys. And then to the hitters, and I mean, this is season averages and all those sort of season stats, so it looks a little bit worse than perhaps it is, but recently it's improved a lot. Petey Crow has come really, really good, though surprisingly, when I put him at the top of the order, he doesn't do well. So it's like he wants to bat. He wants to bat down the order, which is a bit of a shame, really. But yeah, Vlad has come good. Davis has come good again, which is nice to see. Namala, especially against lefties, which is what we should be facing today, has come very good as well. And Ballesteros as well, another one that was struggling and is getting himself back into the positives. So yeah, the bats are trending upwards. Pitching though is not. Let's go and have a look at these lineups. We are hosting the Mariners.
On your feet, Chicago, we try and avoid being swept by one of the worst teams in baseball. At first base, it's Vlad Jr. At second base, it's Sadani Rafaela. At third base, it's Alex Bregman. At shortstop, it's Arjun Namala. In left field, it's William McQuaid. In center field, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. In right field, it's Brennan Davis. And then a hitter is Edouard Julian. Behind the plate, it's Moises Ballesteros. And your starting pitcher is Hallisey Murrells.
All right, so we can see the team sheets there. So Bregman will lead us off at third. We've got DHing Julian batting second. Vlad batting back up in his usual third spot at first. McQuaid cleaning up in left field. Then we've got Ballesteros, Namala, Davis, Crow, Armstrong, and Rafaela all the way down there batting 9 or wrapping up the tail. We have got Murrells on the mound. He has a 2-1 record, ERA 3.73, whip of 141 so far this season. We're up against the guy whose first name, I don't think I can say on YouTube without getting some sort of strike. It is, let's go with P. Norton. He has a 3.3 record, an ERA of 5.77 and a whip of 172. Now, we've seen before, we sort of face these guys and they suddenly become Cy Young, contenders. Let's hope though that we can get the ERAs out of both our pitchers here. All right, so welcome to Wrigley. It is Donovan to lead them off, batting .270 so far this season. And yeah, we'll see how we go. All-Star voting has just started, as in like 3 days ago. The first sort of counters come in, and I think we've got McQuaid third amongst left fielders. Oh, what a start. Bad throw from second. How can you have a bad throw from second base? You can underarm it from there. So they reach on the error. It is Belson coming in now, batting .248. Now what we don't need is for this to start to go very wrong for us. Looks like a hit and run play there. So the runner goes to second. But we have the out at first. So one down for Rodriguez, who is in a hot streak, batting .268. A 1-2 pitch. Murrells gets another ground ball. Out at first this time, assuming, yes, everything goes to plan. 2 away for Santander, who is batting .285. A 1-2. A strikeout. Well done, Murrells. Got around the error. And he got 4 outs that inning, didn't he? So well done to him. All right, it is Bregman to lead us off, batting .265. It is a 2-2 pitch. And let's see what we can do against Norton. Yeah, that name is... I don't know if it's just in the UK or if it is just in Australia, it's not offensive. But for Pakistani people, that is extremely offensive. So it's the equivalent, I believe, of the N-word. So I'm not going to say it, just in case, because in Australia it's not considered offensive, or certainly by Australians anyway. Yeah, it was only when I got to the UK that I realised that it was that people find it offensive, and obviously if people find something offensive, then you don't call them that, do you? So YouTube may or may not be able to decipher the difference. I'm not going to take that risk, as Vlad gets himself a hit. In comes McQuaid, batting .292. A 2-2 pitch. McQuaid strikes out, ends the first. And it is scoreless going into the second. Murrells. It is Balcazar at the plate, batting .232 this season. It is well hit. We've got McQuaid going back, but he'll need a cherry picker to get that one. It is 1-0, 375 feet. And Murrells gives up the leadoff home run in the top of the second. In comes Rendon, batting .269. It is a full count. And it is hit into right field this time, but it is staying in the field. And Davis makes the catch for one away. It is Benaki, batting .222. It is a 2-2 pitch. It is a strikeout, and it is 2 away. And it'll bring in Tyler Freeman now, who's in a slump, batting .206. Another 2-2 pitch. A ground ball to Bregman over to first. And that'll do it, but we find ourselves a run down. It will be Ballesteros to lead us off, batting .244 over the course of the season. It's an 0-1 pitch. Ballesteros into left field. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat all of a sudden. He is caught, and that is one away. Namala, batting .235, a 2-2 pitch. Namala against lefties is batting like well over 300, so that's why he's in the lineup and so high up. Davis now with 2 out, batting .241 this season, an 0-1 pitch, and Davis hits one fairly well, but it is caught out there in centre field to end the second, so we are still 1-0 down. Murrells will continue to Opitz, I guess you would pronounce it. Opitz. Anyway, it's a full count, and it is a lead-off walk. In comes Donovan again, who reached on the error last time around. Full count, and he gets one through the infield this time. And runners will be at the corners with no one out. Come on, Murrells. It is Burleson to the plate, 0-1. We could really use a strikeout here. We're not going to get it with a 1-1 pitch. It's a pop-up into right field. Brennan Davis does have a good arm. I don't know that it's that good. And it is 2-0 on the sac fly. And runner will stay at first for Rodriguez, who's 0-1. First pitch swing. Rodriguez into left field. That's going to drop in. And we'll have runners at first and second with one away. And it is Santander again, 0-1. We could really use a double play ball, couldn't we? A 1-0 pitch, and we're not going to get it. It is going to be another run, surely, as Petey Crow cannot stop run number 3 coming across. Murrells is having an off day, and Balcazar comes in. He hit the home run last time up. There go the runners. We go for the runner at second. We don't get him. So with 1 out, runners at second and third now. It's a full count, having been 0-2. And that is over, Petey Crow, and it is 5-0. And one of the worst teams in baseball is absolutely tearing us a new one at home. And this has been the problem with our pitching as Joswiak comes in. It's just not been Murrell's day. We've seen him do a lot of good things. That obviously was not one of them. Joswiak comes out and starts by hitting the first batter. So 2-on-1 out for Benaki, who's 0-1. And that is over the top of Vlad into right field. Can we stop that run? We can. Davis does well. But loaded bases with 1 out now. We just need to get out of this inning without the game being completely dead and buried. There's a strikeout. All right, that's what we needed. 2 down. It's Opitz coming back up to bat again. Started off the inning with a walk and continues the inning with a 2 RBI single to Petey Crow. And it is now 7-0. What a disaster this is already turning into. It is Donovan back up again. He strikes out, and we are going to need, well, a miracle almost already, and we're batting in the 3rd inning. It is Petey Crow, batting .296 this season. Can he get us off to a good start to the inning? Full count, and he has a pitcher killer back up the middle. And he has indeed got a leadoff single. I mean, 7 runs is gettable. We need to obviously not concede too many more. We need to chip away at it. It's Rafaela batting .259. It's a first pitch swing. Rafaela with another one up the middle. Petey Crow may try and get to third. Oh, they played tunnel ball out there. Now is Petey Crow going to score on that error? No. But runners will go to second and third. We need runners back here, don't we? It is Bregman 0-1. A 1-2 pitch. Bregman. Oh, it's a double. When it's not your day, it's just not your day, is it? And there was suddenly 2 out runner at second for Julian, who's 0-1. A 2-2 pitch. Oh, and what can you do? It should have been 7-2 with no one out. And instead, Oh, it's just an unlucky double play, isn't it? Joswiak will continue, and a 1-2 pitch is put into centre field for a leadoff single. Oh, I can't believe that. Rodriguez, that's popped up. It should be caught by Petey Crow. It is. And that is one away. We're just testing him at first, making sure he's paying attention. Oh, we did get him. Oh, a wonderful double play by Petey Crow. Well, maybe we can get a little bit of a momentum shift back on that one. A 1-0 pitch now on Santander. He pops it up into right field. Davis is there, ends the inning. And, yeah, well, that is... let's come on, Vlad. Let's get this going now. Vlad 1 for 1 today. It's an 0-2 pitch. And Vlad into left field, but he'll be caught out there, 1 away. In comes McQuaid, 0 for 1. An 0-2 pitch. And McQuaid, that's into the gap, I think, is it? Yes, it is. So McQuaid gets a 1-out single. His 50th hit of the season. It is Ballesteros now, 0 for 1. An 0-2 pitch. And Ballesteros into a double play, and that'll do it. I still can't believe that other double play over here. That's the sort of thing that just sucks the life out of you, doesn't it? Balcazar pops one up into right field. That'll be caught by Davis for 1 away. In comes Rendon, who's 0 for 1. An 0-2 pitch. And that is into deep centre field. Petey Crow goes back, but can't get to it on the full. And it'll be a 1-out double. For is it Anthony Rendon? Yeah, it is Anthony Rendon. Alright, Benaki, who's 1 for 2. It's a 1-1 pitch. It's a ground ball to Rafaela, over to first. Out at first. Runner goes to third. 2 away for Freeman, who is 0 for 2. A full count. And a strikeout. Nicely done to end the inning and strand the runner at third. It is Namala to lead us off, 0 for 1 today. It's a 1-0 pitch. Come on, Arjun. Namala grounds it to the shortstop for 1 away. It is Davis now who's 0 for 1. A 1-0 pitch. Davis grounds it to the shortstop for 2 away. And in will come Petey Crow, 1 for 1 today. A first pitch swing. Come on, Petey Crow. He has got one up the middle. So we have a 2-out single. Now, is Rafaela going to be able to continue the inning for us? He is 1 for 1 today as well. An 0-1 pitch. Rafaela lines it to the second baseman. Ends the inning. And we'll go to the 6th. 7-0 down. Oak Pitts will face new men on the mound. DJ Hertz. It is a full count. Come on, DJ. Let's see what he can do. Starts with a walk. 1 away. Runner at first, I should say. Donovan comes in now at 1 for 3. A 2-0 pitch. A ground ball. That should be a double play. 1-2. Excellent work. And that will clean the bases. 2 away for Burleson, who is 1 for 2. It's an 0-2 pitch. Can DJ finish him off in style? Yes, he can. Alright, to the bottom of the 6th. We need to start scoring runs now, don't we? Bregman will lead us off. He's 0 for 2 today. How many times have we seen it where we come up against a pitcher whose ERA is looks rubbish, and then they come out against us and look like a Cy Young winner? It happens all the time. Julian now, who's 0 for 2. A first pitch swing. Julian pops it up into right field. If anybody knows, is there something I'm doing wrong, or are we just lucky? Is that what it is? Vlad, who's 1 for 2. 2 out, no one on. A 1-2 pitch. Vlad pops her up. And we will go to the 7th. 7-0 down. It will be Rodriguez to face the DJ. Rodriguez is 1 for 3. It's a 3-1 pitch. It is absolutely blasted off the bat, but foul territory. And that has saved us there. So we'll go again. And this time we walk him. So leadoff man aboard. Santander, who's 1 for 3, comes in. A 2-2 pitch. And that could be out at second. Oh, it's a Bregman error. Why do we bother? Why do we bother? 2 on, none out. 3-1 pitch. Load the bases. There we go. No one out. This is just... If he walks in a run, I give up. Can we get a double play? 1, 2. We can. I wonder if we should have actually gone Clayton first to stop the run, but I guess at 7-0 doesn't really matter, does it? So runner at third, 2 out for Benaki. He has popped one up. Davis is there, ends the 7th. We stretch. We've got a lot of work to do with 9 outs. We almost need a run and out. We do need a running out. All right, welcome back, and we have Pratt in a slump, pinch hitting for McQuaid. Yeah, if you want to give me the reasons we're doing that, I would be very interested. And unsurprisingly, he strikes out. I cannot, for the life of me, that's almost an instant sackable offense. It has crossed my mind to sack the manager. He was someone that we called up from in the system. He has clearly not done brilliantly to start things off, and decisions like that, just generally speaking, make you question his intelligence. So, yeah. I might actually do it at the end of this game. Having seen that, that might be enough for me to think you don't run my team anymore. Montano comes in, starts with a strikeout. We've got De Leon going out there in left field. So defensively, it makes sense. But at 8-0 down, it doesn't really matter how good the defense is anymore, does it? I just don't think in any situation you take McQuaid out of a game. But 2 down there. Donovan comes in now to face Montano. A 1-0 pitch. And that should end at the top of the 8th. It really is. I mean, we haven't scored a run ourselves, obviously, so it's not like it makes that much of a difference. But it really is only the 3rd inning. It would have otherwise be quite a tight game still. Norton will continue to Davis, who's 0 for 2. A 2-2 pitch, and Davis strikes out. That looked a little way outside, did it not? High and outside even. Petey Crow, 2 for 2. Can he have another hit in that bat of his? Another 2-2 pitch, and he strikes out this time. And Norton is just seemingly getting better and better here. Rafaela, who's 1 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. And that will end the 8th. We will go to the 9th. And we need a miracle, basically. Montano continues to Bolson, who's 1 for 3. 1-0 pitch. That goes straight up. Who's going to take that one? Looks like Rafaela steps forward, makes the catch. 1 away. And it is Rodriguez coming in 1 for 3 tonight to face Montano. An 0-2 pitch. And there's a strikeout for 2 away. And it is Santander now, 1 for 4. Another 0-2 pitch. Can Montano get the out? He can. Very nice outing from Montano there. And Bregman to start off. Well, we don't want him going the whole game here. Come on, we don't want a shutout. Bregman with a first pitch swing. Bregman grounds it to the shortstop. It's going to be out at first, 1 away. In comes Julian, who's 0 for 3. A 2-2 pitch. Julian strikes out. Come on, guys. You can't let him get a shutout. And we're not going to. Serves him right. They're taking him off with 1 out to get. It's Vlad coming in, 1 for 3. It'd be the mother of all 2-out rallies. An 0-1 pitch. Vlad gets one up the middle. And we will continue. And it'll be De Leon, I'm assuming, coming in. It will be. He's batting .266 this season. A 1-1 pitch for him. And De Leon grounds it to the second baseman to end. Just a disappointing 2 errors. That crappy double play. A 6-run third. Everything that could go wrong didn't it? Alright, so this is our manager. I mean, he didn't do particularly well in rookie ball. To be honest, the reason that I got him was because he had good relationships. Well, that's now dropped to average, and I didn't realize that it would change like that. So I'm thinking, let's have a look at what's available, shall we? So if we're looking for guys with outstanding reputation, we've got Dave Roberts here. Now, he was the Dodgers, wasn't he, for the longest time. Now, the issue we're going to have here is he's going to want to do a lot of things, but he's going to let me set the lineups, which is all I really care about. Bench coaches, I'm willing to let him do that for the time being. So let's see what he would want. I don't really want to give you he's not interested. Not even for a year. All right, well, never mind that then. We're looking at, let's have a look here at Baldelli, Minnesota Twins manager until recently. He wants to do a little bit, but most of that I'm okay to let him do. He had a winning record over a number of seasons. All right, so let's see what managerial style unorthodox makes me a little nervous. So I just really want you for this year, mate, and then if we like you, we can keep you. So we may have a new manager for next time. Rocco Baldelli might be the man in charge. We'll see. I don't know who this John Cortez guy is, but he's a nobody. The one thing I've just noticed is Baldelli's relationships are poor. Oh no, they're good. So let's hope Badelli comes in. That'd be brilliant if we get him for a year. We might even offer him a longer term contract. But this guy I just don't think is working out, is he? But anyway, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We dropped below 500. 5 games back of the Reds, which technically we've closed in since we saw you last. Now, when did I say we were coming back? We were going to come back the Cardinals or the Reds. Probably we'll do it at home. One of these games here. Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a new manager, and if there is, let's hope that things improve, because right now, yeah, we're just an average team doing averagely. Take care.